5 years ago, I went swimming with family friends in the beautiful beaches of Durban. Now, if you haven't been to Durban, it's this beautiful coastal town in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. You should go if you haven't been. What started out as a beautiful day at the ocean quickly turned into a nightmare as I found myself fighting for my life in the middle of an aggressive riptide while trying to save a mother of two who couldn't swim. After what felt like an eternity, I felt my heart rate slow down. My limbs went numb, and my arm, this arm, that was desperately trying to hold the mother's head above water, was about to collapse when I looked up to the gray heavens and shouted, "Lord! I haven't even sung yet." In that moment, I made an eternal vow that if God would grant me just one more day, I would sing. Being born 3 years after the ushering of democracy in South Africa in 1994, the irony is not lost on me that purpose truly can be birthed in the midst of unbearable pain. Those heart-stopping moments that threaten to take your breath away. I've had a couple of them, good and bad. For instance, imagine this. You're sitting in the kitchen watching your dad cook, who never does this, so it's like you're just hoping he won't burn the house down or something, you know? It's a fun time. When you get a call, your mother, brother, and his friend have been involved in a serious car accident. We drop everything, rush to the accident scene, arrive before the ambulance does, and the scene that we're met with is my brother by some tree, my mother sprawled on the floor, and the friend still stuck in the car wreck. For the next, I don't know how long it was, I'm trying to keep my mom alive. Heart-stopping moments. The ambulance finally arrives. They take my brother to ICU. His friend, they take him to the operating table, and my mother has a spinal fracture, dozing in and out of consciousness. I don't know what's going to happen. Or the other time when I was gripping onto the metal barriers, washing them, rushed my dad into an already full COVID ward. A week before, he was a picture of health. And now I don't even know if he's still alive. Heart-stopping moments. But as the circle of life would have it, I've had incredible wins too. Giving my first professional performance at age 9, recording my first solo work at age 11, at 15, winning an international Chinese proficiency competition against 180 other international contestants, a first for an African country. Scholarships on scholarships, studying in China, South Africa, and now being accepted into one of the world's most prestigious music schools in Manhattan, New York. I graduate with my master's in May, cum laude, I must say. I can't wait. The highlight of the story, though, hinges on the power of technology and how these devices that we hold in our hands give us access to a global network. During COVID, when it was all going down, I opened a TikTok account just to share about my life and my music, you know, fun things. This move was actually a game changer because it introduced me to an international audience and many collaborations, one of which won me the Best New Age R&B Artist Award at the Metro FM Awards last year in South Africa. My mother and my father, who both lived through their ordeals. Actually, everybody in my story lived and is well, thank God. They went and received the award on my behalf. Heart-stopping moments. So I took the same strategy and I opened a Chinese TikTok account, Douyin. And within weeks, we were growing by the hundreds of thousands, millions and millions of views. Within months, I was invited as the first Black African contestant on one of Asia's biggest singing competitions, Sing China. This made worldwide headlines, BBC, CNN, you name it. And knowing that I was not only representing myself, but I was representing a people, a nation, a community, in front of billions, probably, of people that have never seen anything like this before. I once again had of that heart-stopping moment. As I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and started to sing. 因为我会想起你，我害怕面对自己，我的意志总被寂寞吞噬，因为你总会提醒，过去总不会过去。 有种真爱不是我的。That was the song I opened with on the competition at Sing China. Hundreds of millions of views worldwide. Where I come from, being considered a woman of impact, impacting the globe, the community, is far-fetched, to say the least. But if there's one thing I know for sure, it's that for an African woman, there is nothing that is impossible. And so every time it felt like my heart stopped, deep down I knew that it would start beating again. And each time with even more determination and will, that whatever comes my way, I will overcome and overtake. And so this story, the script is still being written. Purpose is unfolding. And it tells a tale of joy, love, pain, a little bit of heartbreak, and just life. An amazing story. This is my story. I am Mo, and I am a proud African woman.